because he's the one I grew up with and I love him. And we're also going to be using the Ronnie Raymond version of Firestorm. So let's just dive right on in because we have a lot to discuss. So, formerly an architect, social activist, and U.S. Marine sniper, John Stewart was selected by the Guardians of the Universe to be one of the Green Lanterns for Sector 2814. His distinguished service in the Corps has resulted in a place among the Owen Honor Guard and the position of Chief Trainer for new Lantern recruits. John has a Green Lantern power ring, which is one of the most powerful weapons in the universe, and enables him to construct anything out of hard light energy, but it is limited by his imagination and willpower. The more determined the wearer is, the more complex and intricate the constructs can be. Thanks to his architectural training, John is known as the Master Builder among the Green Lantern Corps, and because of his military background, one of his favorite constructs is a high-powered sniper rifle. The ring can also project beams, form protective force fields, and fire destructive blasts. It also grants John the ability to fly in atmosphere or in outer space, and he can travel from planet to planet in just a couple hours. The ring also gives him the power to turn invisible, create mirages, phase through objects, and acts as a personal communicator device. It can create wormholes to other dimensions, and the ring is actually a pocket dimension in and of itself, which can be altered to the wielder's specifications and can be used to contain opponents. John can control temperatures and can increase or decrease the temperature of anything, even something as large as stars, or create bubbles of intense heat or cold, even absolute zero. The ring can also be used to manipulate nearby matter for various purposes, such as a construct that acts like an energy construct but can do something that energy cannot. It can also absorb powers, like in the JLA's first fight with Amazo. It was GL who defeated him by drawing out all of Amazo's powers. The ring has an artificial intelligence system built in, which kind of acts like an onboard computer that tells the wearer what they need to know. The AI system can also alert the wielder of incoming threats or of attempts to manipulate the constructs by an outside party. The ring needs to be recharged by means of a power battery, and after enough use, the ring will be drained and can no longer be used. John is a trained United States Marine and is a skilled tactician and hand-to-hand combatant, and is an expert in various different types of firearms. And in the other corner we have Firestorm. Originally a composite being, Firestorm had power over fire and heat, and could alter the atomic structure of objects. As of the New 52, multiple Firestorms exist, and Ronnie and Jason, as individual Firestorms, can combine to create Fury, a giant walking nuclear reactor. So basically, Ronnie Raymond and Jason Rush used to be able to form one Firestorm and switch drivers at will. But after the New 52, Jason and Ronnie are two separate Firestorms. They can technically still combine to form an incredibly powerful being known as Fury, but the being is very violent, so Jason and Ronnie form him sparingly. Since a 2-on-1 fight wouldn't be fair, I'll only use Ronnie for this fight, because he seems to be the more famous Firestorm. Now, Firestorm's main power is molecular manipulation. He has the ability to rearrange the atomic and subatomic structure of inorganic matter, and can rearrange their subatomic particles to create objects of different atomic characteristics of equal mass. He can not only change and transmute the atomic composition of an object, like transmuting lead into gold, but he can also change its shape. However, he cannot affect organic matter without painful, maybe even lethal feedback. This organic limitation doesn't extend to himself, though, as he can change his own body at will. He can regenerate lost or damaged tissue, boost his immune system, shapeshift, and survive indefinitely without food, water, or even air. Much like a Green Lantern, Firestorm can only create items that the driver of the Firestorm Matrix can understand. Unlike a Green Lantern's constructs, though, Firestorm's alterations are permanent unless he reverses them. Ronnie can fly at tremendous speeds, but these speeds have never really been measured before. He can turn himself intangible and phase through solid objects harmlessly, and can augment his physical strength so he can lift up to 100 tons. Finally, Firestorm can generate destructive concussive blast of fusion energy and shoot them from his hands, as well as absorbing radiation harmlessly. So who do I think wins this battle? Well, let's break it down. John is one of the greatest Green Lanterns ever, and his military training and architectural skills make him a dangerous opponent. The ring gives him an ability to create anything that he can think of, and is really only limited by John's imagination and willpower. Because of his architecture background, John is able to create incredibly complex constructs, and is known as the master builder among the Green Lantern Corps. He can also control temperatures and create intense heat or cold, even reaching down to absolute zero. So Green Lantern could create a bubble around Firestorm, and then either incinerate him or freeze him out. It can create wormholes to other dimensions, and the ring itself is a pocket dimension, which can be used to contain Firestorm. Finally, the ring is also able to absorb powers, so Green Lantern might be able to absorb Firestorm's nuclear power, but I'm not entirely sure that would actually work. On the other hand, Firestorm has immense potential and could easily win this fight, given the fact that he can transmute objects. All Firestorm really has to do is transmute GL's ring into a balloon, or a flower, or a mood ring, or really whatever he wants, and Ronnie easily wins this fight. But before we give the victory to Firestorm, we have to answer the question, can he actually transmute John's ring? You see, Ronnie can only transmute inorganic matter. So is the ring actually inorganic, or does it have organic elements in it? The ring possesses an AI system, so that indicates that it might be quote-unquote alive. And plus, Firestorm has tried to transmute Owen construct and technology before and failed. And since Ronnie can't transmute the ring and isn't able to transmute organic matter, he isn't able to change John directly either. Yet Ronnie still has his superhuman stats, nuclear blasts, and can transmute objects around John, but it's going to be much harder to take down the Green Lantern now. Plus, GL has so many ways to put Firestorm down for the count, so I have to give the victory to him. Green Lantern wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear who you think wins this battle, so sound off down in the comments down below. And if you have any ideas